All right, shalom. Shalom, Yashala, shalom, Yashala, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I would like to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, Kalim La, Allahayanawa, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. All right, double honors to the elect elders of Israel that rule well. Strong salutations to you brothers out there that labor in sound doctrine and in sincerity. Yahweh Shema Shabbarakathum to the whole elect, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the house of David, man, the elect. All right, this is another exhortation epistle coming back at you through the spirit and power and name of Yahweh Shema Bashar. All right, it's going to be a quick one. I ain't going to be that long, man. All right. Anyway, all right, let's see. All right, and it's called what? It's called Not Gonna Disappoint. All right, because now we in this captivity. You know, we catch different afflictions, trials, and tribulations. We go through different trials, tribulations. We catch hell and affliction. All right. And, you know, we have visions. We envision ourselves in the kingdom. We dream about the kingdom. All right. We think about what heaven, what paradise is like. All right. What it's like to be free again. What it's like to rule again. What it's like to be a God again. Because we was once gods, man. All right. Let me get that in Psalms. So like. Get it in Psalms real quick. All right, this is Psalm chapter 86. And, that's 82. I'm tripping. All right, this is Psalm chapter 82 and verse 6. All right, it says, I have said you are gods. All right. I have said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. That's what happened, man. All right, that's what happened. All right. We die like men and we fall like one of the princes, man. The sons of God have failed. It's like the sons of God have failed, man. All right, that's why it tells you in you get to in 1 Corinthians. See, that's what I want. See. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 7. This is 2 Ezra chapter 7 and verse 48. It says, O thou Adam, what hast thou done? For though it was thou that it says, for though it was thou that sinned, thou art not fallen alone, but we all that come of thee. Right, the sons of God, man. That we all that come of thee, man. You see that? Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 10, it says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world. Right? And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then it was decreed that now it was done. So the great fall happened, man. All right. All right, 1 Corinthians 15 and 22. For as in Adam, all die. Right? Even so, in Yahushua shall all be made alive. Right? That's why Adam, Yahushua is the last Adam. Goes into that in this chapter. But we're not really talking about, we're talking about how we were once gods, but we failed. But Yahushua is bringing us back. All right? Let's get that. John chapter 1, verse 12 says, it says, but as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. It says, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of the Most High Yahweh. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. All right, so Yahushua is giving us power to do what? To become the sons of God. Once again, man, I'm going to go to John real quick. All right, this is 1 John chapter 3, verse 1. It says, behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore, the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of God. All right, it says, and it doeth not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Right, and that's gonna be one of the many rewards, man. All right, we're gonna be like Yahushua, man. All right, we're gonna be conformed to the image of Yahweh Shema. It tells you that in Romans, I believe the 8th chapter. All right. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 29. It says, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate Salakia. All right. To be conformed to the image of his son. All right. It says that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. It says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified. Right? And whom he justified, them he also glorified. It's like Yahushua said in John the 17th chapter, man. He said, let me get it. This is John chapter 17 and verse 5. It says, and now, O Father, glorify thou me with thy own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. It says, I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I come out from thee. And it says, and they have believed that thou didst send me. It says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Right? For they are thine. It says, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. You see that? And it says, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee, Holy Father, keep through thy own name so like it says, keep through thy own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. You see that? So the men of the Lord are glorified, man. Yahweh Shah is glorified in the men of the Lord, man, which glorifies them, which will go back, Romans 8 and 30 says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. Whom he called, them he also justified. Whom he justified, them he also glorified, because we being conformed to the image of Yahweh Shah. That Yahweh Shah may be the firstborn among many brethren. You see that? You see how that works? It says, what shall we then say to these things? If Yahweh Shah be for us, who can be against us? He that spared not his own son, but deliver him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things, right? Because if you're part of the elect, you already got everything, man. All right? This world is, this current world we in is a damn illusion. It's a test. It's a damn, I'm looking for another word. But this current world is temporary. It's going to pass away, man. All right? We trying to get the kingdom of heaven. We storing up our riches, our treasures in heaven, man. All right? We think about it. None of this shit the only thing that matters right now is this truth, this ministry. All right? And salvation, man. Because prophecy is happening. Prophecy going to kick off, man. All right? In World War III, you know, all this, America going to be blown to smithereens, man. All right? So Yahweh Shah is going to freely give us all things, the kingdom of heaven, immortality. All right? So on and so forth. Verse 33 says, who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahweh's elect? Yahweh Shah's elect. It says, it is Yahweh Shah that justifies, man. You see that? Because the elect are justified through Yahweh Shah. All right? Well, let me get this. Because now, the Yahweh Shah is going to deliver. Yahweh Shah is not going to disappoint. All right? Yahweh Shah is going to step up on the scene and deliver, man. Yahweh Shah is not going to disappoint, man. All right? The Most High, Yahweh, is not going to disappoint, man. All right? All right, this is Ephesians chapter 3 and verse 20. All right, it says, and now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. All right, it says, unto him be glory in the church by Mashiach Yahushua throughout all ages, world without end. And world without end. What is it talking about? The kingdom of heaven, man. Jerusalem, Israel. All right. When you go to Isaiah 45, because you're just dealing with Israel, man. Just dealing with the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. The Israelite foreigners out there. Yasha Allah, man. All right, this is Isaiah 45. All right, this is Isaiah 45 and 17. It said, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord, Yahweh Shah, with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. That's that, you know, when we just read that, world without end. All right, that's that world without end again. So let's go back to Ephesians and read it again. All right, Ephesians 3, I'm starting at verse 19. Ephesians chapter 3, verse 19, it says, and to know the love of Yahweh Shah, which passive knowledge, right? The love of Yahweh Shah, passive knowledge. All right, because knowledge puffeth up. But the love of Yahweh Shah, passive knowledge, man. You see that? The spirit of Yahweh Shah. All right, it says, and to know the love of Yahweh Shah, which passive knowledge, that ye might be filled with the fullness of Yahweh Shah. Now unto him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all, right, that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. According to the power that worketh in us. We got a power within us, man. How about you, my child? The Spirit is dealing, man. You see? But we want to focus on this, and now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly, meaning exceeding meaning more than a lot. All right, abundantly meaning abundance, man, more than a lot, man. Just put that like a two-word two-word punch right there, man, for the same, to make a point, man. All right, it says now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all, meaning to go above and beyond, man. All right, above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. To him be glory in the church, in the body, right? The temple, the tabernacle, the house of David says, by Hamashiach Yahushua, throughout all ages, throughout all generations, man. All right? World without end, immortality in eternity, a glory, man. All right? Amen. You see that? All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, we have the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believe, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak, knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahushua shall raise up us also by Yahushua, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of Yahweh. By Shema, for which cause we faint not, right? For which cause we faint not, right? But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. Right, like this current captivity. This current captivity we see is temporal, man. But the things which are not seen are eternal. Things that we wait and pay, things that we got faith, things that we have faith in. That's eternal. All right. But the things which are not seen are eternal, man. Like the invisible power, Yahweh. All right, the Most High, man. All right, and what I want to go back on, verse 17 says, for our lot of affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding eternal weight of glory, right? Because the Most High, Yahweh Shema Shai, is going to deliver, man. All right, he's going to deliver. All right, you won't be disappointed, man. First Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9, it says, but as it is written, I have not... Well, I'm started at... 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 4, it says, and my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, and a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which Yahweh by Shema Shai ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would have For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord the Lord of glory. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of men, the things which Yahweh Shemashah have prepared for them that love him. So no one can possibly imagine what the Most High has prepared for his elect in the kingdom to come, man. That's why we got to stay in this thing, man. Endure to the end, keep fighting, man. All right, because Yahweh Shemashah is going to deliver and it's not going to disappoint, man. All right, this is Isaiah 35. And, let me see. Isaiah 31. Isaiah chapter 31 verse 4 says, for thus hath the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me, like as a lion and a young lion wrong on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord Yahweh of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill of thereof. As birds flying, so will the Lord Yahweh of hosts, by Shema Rashad, defend Jerusalem. Defending, also he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Turn ye unto him, from whom the children of Israel have deeply revolted. For in that day every man shall cast away his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which your own hands have made unto you for a sin. Then shall that Syrian fall with the sword, not of a mighty man, and the sword, not of a mean man shall devour him, but he shall flee from the sword, and his young men shall be discomfited, and he shall pass over to his stronghold for fear, and his princes shall be afraid of the ensign, saith Yahweh, whose fire is in Zion, and his furnace is in Jerusalem. So Yahweh Shemashah is not going to disappoint. Yahweh Shemashah is going to decimate our enemies. He's going to deliver, and as he delivers, preserve. All right? So Yahweh Shemashah is not going to disappoint, man. Yahweh Shah is going to come on the scene in a flawless fashion. He going to wax strong with the thousands of heaven, man. Wax strong, man. You know? All right. It was 64. Cool. All right, remember this Isaiah chapter 64 verse 4, something that we read, but I'm going to reiterate it. All right, it says, for since the beginning of the world, men have not heard, nor perceived by the ear, neither have I seen, O power, beside thee, what he had prepared for him that waited for him. So, Yahweh Shemashah has glory prepared, man. All right. Revelation chapter 2, verse 25, it says, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. He had overcome and keep my works unto the end. To him will I give power over the nations. So Yahweh Shemashah is going to give his men power over the nations. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessel of a potter shall they be broken in shivers, even as I received of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. And he says, he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches, man. You see that? All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, their glory also will I take it to me and give these the everlasting tabernacles, which I have prepared for them. The new body says, and they shall have the tree of life for an ointment of sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary. So imagine that, not having to go to work, not having to labor, all right? Not having to worry about and stress about bullshit, man. You see that? It says, go ye, and it says, go and ye shall receive. So we're gonna receive this, man. Being at the top, having servants serve us. All right. not having to work a day, not having to work a day again in our lives, man. All right, it says, go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. Right? It says, pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. All right? I take heaven and earth to witness, for I have broken the evil in pieces and created the good. For I live, saith the Lord. All right? Yahweh shall liveth. That's what he said, man. All right? Yahweh shall liveth. What else I want? Hebrews. All right, this is Hebrews chapter 6, verse 9. It says, but beloved, we are persuaded better things of you. We are persuaded better things of you. You see that? It says, and things that accompany salvation, though it says, though we thus speak. For Yahweh Shema Shah is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. All right, and we desire that every one of you do the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. All right, Yahweh Shema Shah got promises laid up, man. He is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, man. Meaning he's never going to forget your works and labor of love, man, which you shew towards his name. All right? Because we serve a righteous power, man. A just power. All right? So call Yahweh Shema Shah for that. All right? And again, you're not going to be disappointed. All right? It's called not going to disappoint, man. All right? Because you're not going to be disappointed, man. All right? All right, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 44. It says again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. Then, so can you imagine, let me read that again. It says again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a treasure hid in the field. So you got a treasure hid in the field, right? You know? Like you got gold and all type of stuff in a field, right? It says the which when a man have found. So when a man found it, he hideth. Of course he gonna hide it. And for joy, because he glad, of course. He just hit the jackpot. All right? He just hit the jackpot. It says he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth. It says, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he has. So he just imagine that. He sold all say he had like possessions, but he sold all that. All that. Because that treasure triumphed all that, man. It says, he says, and for joy, therefore, it says, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he have and buyeth that field. So he bought that whole field, man. He didn't just get the treasure; he got the whole field because he wanted that him to have that. Because because now he know he's set forever. That means he's set forever, and that's what the Lord, how about Shema Shah, is gonna do for us, man. For the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be set forever, man. Forever, like the glory and the glory, the fame, and all that, in the kingdom to come. You could never get this in this world, man. That's why Yahweh Shah told the young rich ruler, man, sell all that you have and follow me. Because it's worth it, man. You see, Yahweh Shema Shah is not going to disappoint, man. Read this. It says, verse 45, it says again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, and we working for that 1 penny, man, which is going to cash us in with the kingdom, man. All right, that's our deposit. You see, when we get that penny, we're going to deposit, and we're going to be in that thing, man. All right, it says, Again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a merchantman seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. You see that? It says again, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a net that was cast into the sea and got it of every kind. But what a minute, it says, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, when he sold all that he had, sold all that he got. Imagine that. You got cattle, you got cattle, horses, chariots, all right? You got houses and servants, all right, all that. You know, you got all that type of stuff, man. Vineyards, olive yards, trees, land. He says, Yahweh said, Matthew 13:45, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. So imagine that. All right? Imagine that, man. Imagine that. Verse 47 says, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which, when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered to the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. All right, come. So the kingdom is going to be righteous, man. And let me get that in, all right, so Yahweh Shema Shai ain't going to disappoint, man. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 25. It says, in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. Right? All right, this is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 21. It says, thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified, man. You see that? So beautiful, man. You know? Glory is coming. All right? All right, this is Tobit chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, let my soul bless Yahweh by Shema Shai, the great king. For Jerusalem shall be built up with sapphires and emeralds and precious stones, thy walls and towers and battlements with pure gold. And the streets of Jerusalem shall be paved with beryl and carbuncle and stones of Ophir. And all her streets shall say Alleluia or Alleluia. All right. And they shall praise him, saying, blessed be Yahweh Shema Shai, which have extolled it forever. Yeah, you see, because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to restore Jerusalem, man. Like I said, it tells you that. Isaiah chapter 2, this start verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house, right, shall be established in the top of the mountains, and he shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, to the house of the power of Jacob. He will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, from Jerusalem. Right? And he shall judge among the nations, and he shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. So after World War III, they guys gonna go to work, man. They're gonna be put to work. So after war, it's gonna be time to serve. It's gonna be servitude. Right? It says, nation shall not lift up sword against nation. So it ain't gonna be no more war. Right? It's only gonna be what? Take your ass to work for these heathen nations. These heathen nations gonna get to work. All right? It's time to build up the kingdom of heaven.
All right, the kingdom of heaven ain't gonna build itself. All right, it says nation shall lift up. It says nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord Yahweh. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people, the house of Jacob, because they repented from the east, and our soothsayers like the Philistines, and they have pleased themselves in the children of strangers. Their land also is full of silver and gold, neither is there any of their treasures. Come on, man. It says their land is also full of silver and gold. So our land is going to be full of what? Silver and gold. Neither is there any of their treasures. Their land is also full of horses, neither is there any of their chariots. All right? Let's go into something else. All right, but you get the point on that, man. Man, I want to get another one. Kind of slipped me. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it is, man. Ezekiel. Well, I think this is going to be the last one I'm going to close out, man. All right. All right, this is Isaiah. So, like, this is Ezekiel. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 8. All right, Ezekiel chapter 36 verse 8 says, "But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel." It says, "For they are at hand to come," right? "For behold, I am for you. I will turn unto you, and ye shall be tilled and sown." It says, "And I will multiply men upon you, all the house of Israel, even all of it, and the city shall be inhabited, and the waste shall be builded." Right, so the kingdom gonna be builded. It says, "And I will multiply upon you man and beast, and they shall increase and bring fruit." All right, and this also proves of what there's gonna be sex in the kingdom, man. All right, not to get off topic, but it said, "I will." He said, "The Lord said, I will multiply upon you man and beast." How is he gonna do that? It's like you said in Genesis, "Be fruitful and multiply," man. All right, so it says, "And I will multiply upon you man and beast." All right, this is prophecy, right? And you're going to see it, the kingdom of heaven, as we continue to read. It says, "And I will multiply upon you man and beast," right? "And they shall increase and bring fruit." You see that? It says, "And I will settle you after your old estates," right? "And will do better unto you than at your beginnings. And ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah." So the Lord's going to restore Israel. This is called the restoration of Yasha'Allah, the restoration of Israel, man. It said, verse 12 says, "Yea, I will cause men to walk upon you, even my people Israel." You see that? It says, "And they shall possess thee, and thou shalt be their inheritance, and thou shalt no more henceforth bereave them of men." All right? Let me jump down. All right? Because the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is not going to disappoint, man. He's going to come through, man. All right? The kingdom of heaven is going to be out of this world, man. All right? This is Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 21. It says, "But I had pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Therefore, say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power." Bashima Shai says, "I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith the Lord power, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, all right, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you and will cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. So the Lord is going to clean us, make us right. All right, it says, and ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers. Right, so it's talking about Israel, Jerusalem. And ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. And I will also save you from all your uncleanness. And I will call, right, it says, and I will call for the corn, it will increase it, and lay no famine upon you. And I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, that ye shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Come on, man. I want to jump down. Verse 35, it says, and they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden. And the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced or inhabited. You see that? Then the heathen that are left round about you shall, it's like it says, then the heathen that are left round about you shall know. It says, shall know that I, Yahweh, build the ruined places and plant that it was desolate. I, Yahweh, have spoken it, and I will do it. Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, power I will yet for this inquired of by the house of Israel to do it for them. I will increase them with men like a flock. All right. So it's going to be a lot of, like it says, Isaiah 16:22, a little one shall become 1,000, a strong, a little one shall become what is it? A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. Right? As verse 38, as the holy flock, as the flock of Jerusalem and her solemn feasts, so shall the wastes be filled with flocks of men, and they shall know that I am Yahweh. Man. All right. So the Lord is not. So with that, I'm closed out, giving our praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Rakakwadash. Call him La Hayana wa Abanawi Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakat so for and peace, blessings, salutations to the house of David, man, that you let. All right. And again, the Lord's not gonna. He's not gonna disappoint, man. All right. So with that, I hope he was edified. Hope he was exhortated, continue in his faith. And with that, I'm going to say shalom, man. Shalom to the elect, man. Shalom.